Hello, lovelies. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading for March 1st through the 7th. March 1st is, in fact, my birthday. Henceforth to be known as Bruno, because we're not going to talk about it no more. Okay? I'm old. I'm old and I don't like it. So yeah, the day this comes out, happy freaking birthday to me. Also, this video was like this close to not happening. I've had some things go on. Not with me. The people I work for have had some things going on, I should say, that have augmented my schedule. And it's currently 10:20 at night. Day. This video is up tomorrow. And sometimes it takes hella long for me to upload, so I'm hoping that it doesn't take until like 4 in the morning, because that'll suck. But yeah, because I've kind of had my schedule shift. I thought maybe I wouldn't have time to do it, but you know what? I sucked it up and I'm doing it. So yeah, this is this week's Pick a Card reading. There's 3 piles as usual. This week I just grabbed my dry erase markers off my calendar. So pile 1 is the purple one, pile 2 is the blue one, and pile 3 is this green teal color. Take your time, pause this video if you need to choose your pile, but remember, sometimes, things might not resonate with you because these are general readings and they could be seen by a lot of people. So I hope they resonate with you and I hope you like them. If you do, please let me know. Also, if there's readings you'd like to see, feel free to let me know that as well. And yeah, let's get into pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1 with the purple marker, which I'll just pop over there. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. First up, first up we have Jenny Greenteeth in reverse. I'll show you what she looks like upright so you can see her properly. In reverse, she's all about having to make a necessary change. It might not be one you really want to make, but it's something you have to do for yourself to grow as a person. Okay? Maybe some of you have to give up one thing in order to gain another, but this other thing is probably something that's going to benefit you more in the long run. Okay? Let's see what this next one is. Oh yeah, this is the Wheel of Fortune. You can see it through the glare of this light. The Wheel of Fortune is all about chance or fate and destiny working in your favor, things turning for you. Even like life cycles, kind of like Jenny, right? So some of you might know that you're approaching the next phase of your life, or know, like Jenny said, that you need to make a change. But this card is all about discovering more about yourself and trusting your gut and your intuition, because everything is working out by divine timing the way it's meant to be happening. I like seeing that. I think that's pretty great. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next we have the 7 of Cups. This is one about options, choices, like having a lot of them, a lot of opportunities. So, like I said with Jenny, you might need to change something, or, like that closing of a door thing is kind of, I think, beneficial, like I said, especially with this Wheel of Fortune. You might be coming into a lot of opportunities because you're finally making some changes that you might have been putting off for a while. whether it's like maybe you want to move, or change your job or something like that. Maybe you've had a lot of offers regarding your work. If you do have a lot of options, please make sure you consider all options carefully, because Seven of Cups says not all of them are going to be great. They could, they could seem really nice from the outside and then be totally not worth it, or complete garbage, or not beneficial to you in any way. If you pick the one that just seems nice, at first glance. Make sure you weigh the pros and cons. You really look into all your options, and you make well considered, well thought out, educated decisions. All right, what's the next one? Ooh. Next we have the King of Cups. This is a card that's about good advice, creativity, emotional maturity, which if you're making necessary changes, that could be you. Because it takes a level of maturity to be able to identify that something needs to change. And that in turn makes you a more responsible person. He's also about being more responsible, especially when faced with difficult decisions or difficult situations. Okay? So maybe some of you are moving into that more mature and responsible energy. And it's going to, I think, really pay off because you have these here. Let's see what we got next. Ooh, the King of Wands. When you get the King of Wands and other court cards, in this case, the King of Cups, it indicates success or added success, right? The king is always a winner, but when connected with other kings in this case, it's about being transformational, right? Things are really changing. You're maybe getting an opportunity to recreate what your reality is, right? So especially if you are making necessary changes, things might turn more in your favor. You'll get more opportunities. And here, if you're responsible and mature in handling maybe these situations and this, you might be able to redefine who you are, or be the person that maybe you were really meant to be, that you haven't been this whole time. Okay? Let's see what's next. Ooh. The Magician. The Magician is this last card. The Magician. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't even talk about him yet. Okay, wait a minute. I talked about these two. I didn't talk about the King of Wands just on his own. The King of Wands is about innovation, right? Even if you're facing something that might seem unsolvable, right? Or even like that. That card suggests you need to look to yourself and embrace your own personal power, because that's going to, again, help you with this mature energy and making decisions. Just believe in yourself, I think, is a big thing. Believe in yourself, because that's going to actually help you maybe feel more confident, and that'll lead you to feeling like you're capable of making smart, educated, mature decisions. The Magician is all about willpower and creation and manifestation and having all the skills necessary that you need to achieve whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? You're capable of doing that, right? Whether it's like a new business venture or a new job, whatever, if there's something new you feel you need to do or want to do, now is probably a good time, I think, with these cards to really get the ball rolling. Start taking steps, even if they're small little steps. They're still steps in the right direction, and I think now might be the good time to start putting some plans into action. Especially, I think, when it comes to like work or business situations, because the King of Wands and the Magician are another one that's all about like success, like the two kings are. These two are also about success, especially if you want to start your own business or do something based off your own ideas. Now is a good time to really go for that. Okay, let's see what you got for this. Ooh, the Earthy card. She's been coming out a lot. She's a card about abundance and results that eventually lead to big changes. So maybe the results of you finally making a change or making some necessary decisions are going to lead to big change. But she's also a card about focusing on foundation. Like I said with the Magician, even if you start small, those steps still count. That's you building a strong, stable foundation to help grow whatever it is you're trying to create. Okay? So that's it for pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Okay, pile number 2 with the blue marker. I'm sorry, these are not as interesting this week, but at least I made an effort to choose something that wasn't one of the cards already. Let's see what the first card is. Let me actually move these like I normally do. Okay. This card is, one of those ones I don't know how to say. Okay. This card is all about recovery and moving on from maybe feeling a little bit oppressed or like you can't properly express yourself, lacking energy. Maybe you've been overworking yourself and you've been real tired lately, or you haven't been feeling well, because she could also indicate like ill health or getting over sickness. If you've been sick, that sucks. I had been sick for on and off for a while, the beginning of this month or this year. I don't know if you heard that straw scratching on a soda can, but if you did, I apologize. Super annoying. But I'm currently drinking Mountain Dew. It's my comfort liquid. So yeah, if any of you have been sick, that sucks. I'm sorry. If any of you feel oppressed or like you can't properly express yourself, that also really freaking sucks, and I'm sorry about it. If you are tired and it's because you're overworking yourself, stop doing that. Okay? But I think this is good. I think this is indicating maybe moving on from that energy, which I like to see. Next up, we have the World card, which is always nice. This is a card about fulfillment, harmony, completion. Probably for some of you, you're completing a goal or a task. Maybe that's why you're tired. Maybe you're like full force trying to finish something. It could also indicate travel. Maybe some of you want to travel, and you can't now because of restrictions. Maybe that could be what the first card's about. Or you are like me and you don't travel well and you always end up freaking sick afterwards. Because, yeah, that always happens to me and sucks. That's why I don't go nowhere. But really, like, this card is about, could also be about, not just, like, travel and feeling fulfilled, which is good. Everybody needs that in life, I think. It's also a card of, like, maybe, if you're in school, you're finishing up soon. I don't know, like, not public school. I don't know when graduations are for colleges or shit like that, but maybe if you're in your last year of school and you're like excited about that, but you maybe have been working on something and you're finally seeing the end of it. And if you're not there yet, you will be soon. I think maybe now might be a time where you're starting to see rewards for your efforts, really. You've done maybe a lot of work, some of you. And maybe you felt like it wasn't paying off. Now I think you're going to start seeing things come together, which is good. It's always nice to know people appreciate what you do, or that like your work is not for nothing and it actually, pays off in the end and you haven't spent a bunch of time possibly exhausting yourself if that indicates you there. But yeah, this card's about maybe moving on to the next phase of your life from one thing to another, and being proud of what you learned along the way and taking the progress you've made, the achievements you've made, things you've learned, and applying it to the next phase of your life. Okay? Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, the sun. The sun and the world, when they come out together, are kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. So if you've been exhausted, if you've maybe felt oppressed, like you can't express yourself, hell, maybe even depressed, because that's an illness too, and you need a boost of optimism, these cards are it. Okay, whatever you've got going on or plan that you have for the future project you're working on, things are going to work out in your best interest for your higher good. Okay, if you've been having a hard time, you're moving out of that energy, and I like seeing that. The sun in itself is about happiness and success and optimism and positivity and feeling fulfilled, and improvement, quick improvement. So I think, yeah, if you've been having a hard time, things are going to start getting better soon. You might start seeing even small improvements maybe this week, because hard times don't last forever, and your life lessons are really learning tools, and good things are still in store. Okay, let's see what the next one is. Oh, the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups upright came out in the first pile, actually. But this is a card about feeling trapped, so oppression here again. Or returning to reality. Actually, this came out the last 2 weeks. I think one time it was one of these green cards actually indicated this. But this idea of returning to reality and seeing things more clearly also came out last week. And the week before that, there was and a card last week too that was talking about maybe falling into escapism a little too much. Okay, so some of you might still be that, and you're still working on that because it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But also, if you've been feeling oppressed, feeling trapped, maybe now you're starting to see things more clearly. Things are going to start looking up for you. Trust your experience and your inner wisdom to help you choose what's best for you, and check in with yourself. Okay, because a lot of the time your gut feeling, your instinctual feeling is the right one. This card kind of indicates now that you're seeing things more clearly, or starting to. You're ready to apply what you've learned to elevate yourself and your experiences, and that could lead to, because it's still, the Seven of Cups is still about having options and opportunities. So coming out of that trapped or oppressed feeling, or not escaping so much into, the internet or video games or whatever it is that you do, you're going to avail yourself to more options and opportunities, which is nice. Let's see what's next. Ooh, the Fool. Okay. The Seven and the Fool indicate a search for a new beginning. Maybe you've changed careers, or got out of a bad relationship, or moved to a different city or town or whatever. This pairing indicates being able to start fresh and start new, and not needing to worry, because everything's going to work out. And you'll come out the other side a better person than you were before. So this, I think, is like, if this is my same people from the last 2 weeks, things are going to start getting good, and I like seeing it. The Fool, though, he in himself is about new beginnings. Being on the verge of maybe something new and exciting, a little unexpected, that may require a little bit of a leap of faith, It'll be a rewarding experience, one that helps you grow as a person. But it might be something that's a little new and different for you. And that could be a little bit scary. But, in this case, it's good. It's going to work out good. It's going to be beneficial to you as a person. And, this card just says be open. Be open to new things in your life. Okay? Let's see what this last one is. If I can turn it over. Here we go. Okay. The 10 of Coins in reverse. It's also a card that's kind of about restriction. So maybe some of you are moving out of that kind of repressed, trapped, restricted feeling. Maybe you've had issues, because this is kind of like a family card. Maybe you've had issues with your family or people that you considered family. Or if you come from a family that expects you to be a certain way, and that in itself made you feel trapped. Maybe you're at a point now where you realize you don't have to be what they want you to be. Because this card's kind of about having trouble being yourself. So some of you really might be having that trapped and oppressed feeling still. Embrace who you are, because everyone is individual, and that's what makes us all special. If we were all exactly the same, everything would suck. Everything would be real boring and sucky. Just really, it just sounds boring to even think about. So some of you might still need to work out some things with some people. It might be painful, but I think some of you, it would really benefit you in the long run. Not telling you to end lifelong relationships. I'm just telling you, evaluate and make smart decisions that benefit you and are going to help you in the long run, so you're happy, because that's what's important, is you being happy. Anyway, let's see what this last one is. Ooh, the Power card. The Power card is about development. Even this, if you're in this squabbles or trapped, whatever, identifying that and dealing with it is development. It's character development. It's, you know, reaching a level of consciousness and maturity that is more beneficial to you because you can identify when something's maybe holding you back. This card is also a wish fulfilled card. So, like with these two here, with good things, all these good things, maybe, especially the World card, because it's about accomplishment. Some of you, you know, since we see improvement here, you're probably making or going to soon have opportunities to work towards your goal or your dream or whatever. But maybe some of you still need to take care of that. This. Okay? But anyway, that's it for pile 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. All right, welcome to pile 3 with the green marker. Throw that over there. Y'all, my sister decided she was just going to start texting me and tell me that she got something for my birthday to drop off to me in the morning with the coffee she's apparently bringing me. I don't like surprises. And I don't like being warned about them in advance. That makes it worse. She says it's cute. Funny, but cute. I don't know. Things are never as bad as I assume that they're going to be. But with my sister, God only knows what it is. Anyway, focusing on you. First card up. Ein in reverse. Let me show you her this way so you can see what she properly looks like. She's about unrealistic expectations, misunderstandings, especially in relationships. You know, some people go into relationships with too high expectations. That could be this sort of situation. Or people just don't communicate well. They just don't. It's not something we're really taught. I feel like maybe it's a little bit better now. But, you know, I grew up in the 90s. Nobody talked about nothing. You know? But, yeah. So, some of you might have some communication issues going on. Let's see. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. First up, 8 of Coins in reverse. This is about maybe being a little bit of a workaholic. Maybe being on a bit of a dead-end road. Oh. Yeah, you know what? Relationships isn't just personal relationships. It's also business relationships. So that could indicate you could be in a dead-end job. You know, you work too much and your job's not really going anywhere. It's very common. The 8 of Coins is about being driven and fully focused. It's also about being very capable, right? Which are all good things to have. But too much of anything isn't great. So like being a workaholic isn't great. This card can indicate mediocrity or fearing mediocrity. Maybe you're working too much and overcompensating because you're afraid of, you know, maybe you're an overachiever, you know, and you figure the more the better because you want to stand out, but that's not necessarily great either. That's not great for you because that is a lot, you know, especially like in a job. If you're taking on a lot, you could easily overwork yourself and become overwhelmed or not be able to divide your attention properly, and then you might start making mistakes and not even realize it. So this card is really about balance and making sure that you aren't taking on too much and you're taking time for yourself and not overworking. So maybe you have unrealistic expectations in how much burden you can take on, how much work you can take on. And that's led you having too many responsibilities and not taking time for yourself. Because that's really important, is making sure that you take time for yourself, especially if you know you have like workaholic tendencies. Okay, let's see what the next one is. Oh, another 8. This is the 8 of Cups, also in reverse. Some of you might need to move on from a situation. Could be this unexpected unrealistic expectations. Unexpected expectations doesn't make any sense. Unrealistic expectations or miscommunications, whatever that energy is for you, you might need to move on from that. Especially if you're in a situation where you're just faking happiness. All right. The 8 of Cups in reverse is about taking a closer look at relationships or unfulfilling partnerships, like work-related partnerships and things like that, friendships, personal, whatever. Some of you might need to evaluate where that relationship is heading, the expectations you have, if you frequently have poor communication or you're completely misunderstanding each other often. If you're heading down like a dead end road and you can kind of see that's where it's headed, maybe it's time to sit down and talk to the other party. Because you deserve better. Both of you probably deserve better, unless the other one is a complete a-hole, then they don't. That sounds mean to say. I shouldn't have said that. But if that's not you, this card can also indicate confusion about which path you're supposed to take in life, right? Which, hi, welcome to the world. None of us really know. And that usually ends up with you not knowing what's best for you and, possibly making quick decisions without really thinking them through. So make sure you consider all options that come to you carefully. Make a pro and con list if you need to, and really look into your options and make sure you know what is really being offered to you, and make sure you make the choice that's best for you and your well-being in the long run. All right, let's see what this next one is. Oh, okay, this is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Are they all? They're all in reverse so far. Okay. This one is, again, not great for relationships. I'm so sorry. Friggin' Valentine's Day just happened. I'm so sorry. If that's you, I'm sorry. Actually, if in the beginning when I said there were some issues, I work for a family that I take care of their kids. They're having some issues right now. So, if you feel like there's not a lot you can do to change your situation, just know you're in charge of your destiny, and if you need to distance yourself, then you distance yourself, okay? Because you and what's best for you is always first and foremost. And even if the person, whether, again, this could be a personal relationship, a friendship, a business partnership, even if they don't see where it could be beneficial for them, it probably will be in the long run. Because even business partnerships, if you stay in one that's crappy, it's going to stay crappy and it's going to suck for everybody involved. However, Don't jump to conclusions. This is very important. I've experienced people recently who have jumped to some ludicrous conclusions and been extremely very friggin' wrong. Okay? Don't let your circumstances overwhelm you. Don't jump to conclusions. Make sure you think things through before you do them. Don't just assume what you think other people are doing is what they're actually doing. If things seem sketchy, sit down and have a mature, calm, peaceful discussion. Don't just assume things, because you could be wrong. Also, however, if that's not you, the Nine of Cups in reverse is also about new creative projects. Even if you feel like you're not ready for that, small steps. I think I've mentioned this in the other two piles. Just start small. Take small little steps. Devote a little bit of your time here and there. Maybe you've thought up a lot of ideas or did some brainstorming. Move out of that phase and start executing, whatever it is you're trying to create. And that, just physically doing it, can really help with your vision, because now you're starting to see it take shape. Okay? Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins, and any other knight, in this case the Cups, is about not letting others stop you from succeeding and meeting your goals. Okay? So if you have people that you feel are holding you back or not supportive, again, have a discussion. Okay? Others, maybe you got some people around you that are like chaotic energy, that are like maybe a hindrance, and they want to like hang out all the time, but you actually need to get stuff done. Maybe sit down and be like, cool, I'll hang out with you, but I need to do this first. Okay? So yeah, Knight of Coins. This is one about improvement and strong will, and represents the goals you hope to accomplish from your work, right? Recognition and responsibility that you could earn through your commitment to your work, and accomplishment of your given duties. But make sure, again, like perfectionism, cool, don't let it overwhelm you. Okay? Don't be like Hermione Granger, like obsessed, workaholic, perfectionist, drive everyone around you crazy type of energy, being committed to your work is fantastic, and taking pride in your work is great. Even if you have that chaos friend and they're bothering you all the friggin' time, hang out with them once in a while, because it's not all about work all the time. But let's see what this last one is. Ooh, okay. This is the Ace of Coins in reverse. It's kind of a card about frustration, poor planning. So make sure you're planning everything out. Especially, like, I feel like if you're a perfectionist, you might already do that. But maybe you're like one of those hyper-focused perfectionists, and things kind of will fall to the wayside while you focus on one specific thing. But there are other aspects you need to consider. And also the workaholic thing. If you work too much and you take on too much, you become overburdened, and that could lead to poor planning. But the Ace of Coins is telling you to stop and take a look around at where you're going. reevaluate that you're still on the right track, headed to the destination you want to be going to. Maybe not taking any big risks, right? Take things slowly, focus on planning, and not overworking yourself, because I think some of you could really, maybe, if I wonder if some of you are working too much to distract yourself from, like relationship issues or business partnerships. Maybe you have a business partner, or maybe you're on a team at work and somebody's not pulling their weight, so you end up with more of their stuff, so you have to work more to pick up their slack. Maybe that's it. Stop doing that if that's you. I used to work in a restaurant, and one of the servers, he would always try to dip out early to go see his girlfriend that he lived with. So I don't understand why he really needed to leave early, because she was already at home waiting. But he would always like try and bribe me, like bring in ice cream and be like, look, I got you this. You clean for me tonight? And it got to the point where he's like, what do you need? I'll bring you something. I'll bring you whatever you need. And I said to him, I need a laptop. And he goes, I can't do that. I'm like, then I can't clean for you. And I never did it again. Because if you do something for somebody once, they're going to assume you're going to do it all the time. And then they're going to start taking advantage of it. And that's not right. Okay? Let's see what this last one is. Ooh, the return card. I like this. The return card is all about any problems or regrets you've had are finally beginning to settle. Your self-confidence maybe will start to get up, which is great. And that's going to really help you make some good decisions. This is a card about second chances. This is a card about never giving up. So if something needs to change for you, it's going to work out pretty good. All right? Never give up. So anyway, that's it for pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.